Protections.
You guys are fucking canceled.
What's up, bitches? Never mind. It's your boy Manny here with Mr. 682 Silver Fox and Mr. Podcast Sancho. Gracias.
We got a lot of names.
Oh man, tomato.
A whole lot.
And then we have a special guest. Can we clap or drum roll, please?
Wow.
There you go.
Okay.
Woo. We'll edit that
Very
in.
special.
Hey, introduce yourself.
I'm Kay or Kalyn. I go by Kay. I like
Okay.
Okay.
Kay. Nobody's ever said it like that, but now they're going to. It's going to be a thing.
Okay.
Kay.
Kay.
Hey, I'm Kay.
Hey, Kay.
Hey, Kay.
Oh, God.
That's going to be the whole thing.
That's going to be the whole thing.
whole show we're doing.
We just
that
set the
shit.
whole tone.
Okay.
Just call me Kalyn. You got to say my full name
Nah,
now.
it's too late. We got
Nah, just Kay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Let the people know what you do.
I am a wedding and boudoir photographer. I've been doing that. I've had my own business for 12 years.
Ooh.
I've been doing it full time for that long. Too long.
Okay.
Way too long.
For ignorant friends like my friend over here, can you tell them what a boudoir? Because he thought that was that toilet thing that spreads up your butt.
He did.
Yeah.
Okay, not you.
No, P.O.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boudoir is naked people. I don't know how to say it. It's literally naked pictures.
It's a sexy photo shoot.
That is what it is.
Is what it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, people get dressed up in lingerie.
Yes. Like burlesque. You know burlesque.
Yeah.
It's like that, but we're taking photos. So
Oh,
like
shit.
lingerie or nude or implied nudity, stuff like that. Men, women, couples.
Oh la la. Which one's
I do it
sexier?
I mean, I like both, so I don't care.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not
but you gotta.
picky.
Which one would if you like?
Women
Wait,
are
so-
easier.
So you like both as like or?
Or
I mean,
are you?
we're getting deep real quick.
Well, I mean,
I pick up on what you say and I
mean,
gotta
here's
ask.
the thing. I don't think there's anybody alive that can't look at a woman and be like, women are hot, right?
Yeah, women are hot.
Right.
Sometimes.
So, yeah, sometimes.
nah, I'm
I mean, like, yeah, I like women, but I've never been in a serious relationship with a woman.
joking. Me neither.
That's not very surprising to me.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Okay. That's gonna.
She's
that's
like,
be
man, it's
fun.
gonna be a long fucking day.
That's gonna be a long. We just started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Never ends. Yeah. So boudoir is what I do. Women are easier for me to photograph than men.
Mm.
Don't know why.
I mean, I figure women are.
We have more things to focus on during a sexy shoot. We got more body parts to focus on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I figured. Well, women are more attractive than men.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
just
Facts.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
I can look at a good-looking guy and be like, hey, that's a good-looking guy. But, you look at a good-looking woman, you're like, God damn, all right, that's a good-looking woman.
But see,
Yeah.
guys don't like that. You don't be like, damn, he's good looking. You don't see me, hey, Kenny.
You don't even think that in
you're
your head,
sexy as
though.
fuck, bro. Thank you. That's not my response. I was thinking.
You don't even think in your head, like, okay, that's a good looking guy.
When I see Ryan Gosling, I'm like, that's a hot-ass guy.
See?
When I see Ryan Reynolds, I'm like,
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, too.
I'm like,
You got to appreciate good-looking.
yeah, you be like, oh, man.
Mhm. Just because you don't say it out loud doesn't mean.
Well, I mean, I'm like, man, I wish that I was that tall. Tall is sexy.
But that's not true. But you're also like comparing yourself. That's not like you can just look at a guy not being like, I want to be that guy and think he's attractive, right?
I
For real?
I can give a guy his props, but that's a good-looking guy.
Without being like, I want something he has.
Oh, no. Yeah, you can be.
Or without being like, I want to suck his dick.
Right. Yeah, I'm not saying all that. Some like happy medium. Happy medium in between that.
Oh, yeah.
I give dudes their props. I'm like, that's a good-looking dude.
I'm like, hey,
More
man.
power to him.
I'll be like, yeah, I see you been squatting, man. Nice ass. See, I give compliments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women just have more, like, especially with posing and boudoir. Posing is like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Women have more things that I can show off or accentuate or whatever than men do.
You have more of a ability to focus on. If she turns around and she's looking forward, or
right. And there's a lot of
sideways.
like parts on women that I realize people find attractive that I didn't realize that before. I started doing photography. Like people like collarbones. Like I remember this girl told me, "Oh, my man really likes my collarbones." I'm like, "The fuck? That's a weird." I mean, he probably is a boob guy and just likes her collarbones too.
Oh, I love tits, but you don't be like, oh,
It's a nice collarbone you got there.
I'm just saying there's certain things. I'm not saying he's jerking onto her collarbones, but like
You never know. He might be.
you never know. You never know. That's right.
once he
That's
starts
true.
doing this, that's when I start being worried. Oh, that's a nice collarbone.
She didn't say all that.
You got a nice structure
I
there.
like this.
I like the bones.
Is that like the bones?
literally
I like how
just
you can
bones.
feel it
Right?
at the top.
How would you
I like
feel?
your skeleton. Hot.
That's super sexy.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of things on women,
That's true.
but couples are fun. Boudoir for
Yeah?
couples, that's really fun. I have to like set limits though. People are fucking weird. They're freaky. I shouldn't say weird because I'm very accepting and open, but I'm like, y'all are fucking weird
No,
in
that's
my
okay.
head.
Yeah. That's
So
okay,
what do you mean? Like what have couples have tried to do?
So it's always the women. It's never the men crossing lines in the studio
Oh,
ever.
okay.
It's
Yeah.
I would
always
expect it's
women.
the guys.
Never. It's always the women. Like sometimes it's like a bisexual woman, and I think she gets this idea in her head, like, okay, this woman is photographing us, maybe something's gonna happen. I'm like, dude, you're paying me. Like, I'm not a prostitute. You're paying me to take pictures, not to join whatever you're doing.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Okay, so girls have been like, you're in the process of taking their pictures.
hmm They haven't been openly asked me,
Okay,
but it's been very implied.
Yeah.
Or like, doesn't he look good? I'm like, I don't fucking know. You know, like
Doesn't
when
his
I'm in
dick
my
look
work,
great?
when I'm in my work zone, I'm not thinking of like people like, how do you turn that off when you're, you know, because I'm human. Like I see somebody naked, attractive in front of me, whatever, but I can turn it off. I can separate it. Like I'm in
Really?
work mode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so even a couple, like I'm putting them in really suggestive posing and stuff. Like my rule, like you can't have sex in my studio. I'm not photographing porn. I have friends that will do that if you want me to recommend them, but everything I do is implied sexuality. And so it's like,
We keep it classy. Over
yeah,
here.
right. Like it's a little tease and then you can go home and do whatever, right?
Mm.
But people try to push that boundary a lot. And I'm like, chill the fuck out. Like go have sex at your house when you leave here. But yeah, I've had some
I'm
things.
just surprised that you said it's the women.
Always. I've
I
literally
figured it'd
never.
be the guys, but
Mm-mm. It's
Really?
always the women. Like I'll have women say, "Can I bring sex toys?" And I'm like, "I'm not shooting for your OnlyFans. Like, no, you can't. What do you? No, what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah.
You know, like
Whose lifesaver is this?
what I do is just very, very different than what they're asking. You know, I'm like, our phones are such good quality. Set up your phone on self timer and go over there and take that kind of video if that's what you want. It's different. People are like, really? They're paying you. And I'm like, it's not cheap to get boudoir photos done. And they're like, they're paying you a good amount of money. You won't do it? No, it's different.
Yeah.
Like porn is totally different than what I do. So people, for the most part, either keep their clothes on or if they're naked, it's like implied positions that they are having sex, but they're not. Like a movie. You know,
yeah,
you
because
think...
your whole thing is to make them look attractive and make it sexy.
Right. Make it like you want more, right? Not like you're getting more.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like the HBO movies when they used to come on at night where they would show just something
Like
but
a
not
side boob.
everything.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like the late night porn on HBO.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember
That's my
They
job.
cover,
full-time.
cover up all the good stuff.
Mhm.
back in the good old days.
Skinamax.
Skinamax. There you
I
go.
mean, I'll photograph like somebody totally nude. I'll show everything, but like you're not going to be spread eagle in front of my camera. You know what I'm saying? There's a boundary.
We're
there.
gonna make it look good.
Yeah. And get like a naked silhouette, but you're not going to be like, hello.
Here's
There's
my
a difference.
vagina.
Right.
You're
I've been asked some weird things and people read, like I have these guidelines I send beforehand. So I'm like, don't ask me this shit to my face. Don't make me feel uncomfortable. And I have people ask anyway, like they're trying to push these boundaries on me. Like, well, we're already here. Do you care yes, I care. I already said no. And people bring crazy props too.
What's the craziest?
Like somebody, I'm trying to think if I have her on Instagram because I'll probably share this. I don't think I do. This girl brought a crossbow a whole big ass fucking crossbow and arrows. And she's like, my husband likes to hunt. Okay, what does that have to do with the bedroom? And she's like, I want to pose in lingerie with it. And I'm thinking, like, this is really pushing my creative boundaries. Like, how the fuck am I gonna make this camo?
How am I supposed to make this sexy?
It's camo too. Like, it's not even like a sleek. It's fucking country as fuck looking. I'm like, how am I supposed to pose this with her like red, gorgeous, bougie lingerie?
Dress her as Bambi.
She wasn't dressed as that though, and she didn't tell me beforehand.
Like, here you go, bitch. Put these reindeer this
Put
on,
these reindeer antlers on.
and I need you to hold the bowl and arrow this way.
It was
Processing like
bad.
that.
It was so bad. I've had a lot of people bring guns, like small little guns. I don't allow them anymore. Not because I'm not, like, I own a gun, but these girls are bringing guns of like their like husband's gun or something, right? I'm like, you don't fucking know how to use that. And you're not going to come in here with a loaded gun. No. And she's like, it doesn't have a safety. I'm like, bitch, put that in your purse, put it in your car, get it away from me.
No.
Like, I've had people bring stuff like that. And I'm like, what do you think? This isn't 007. What are you trying to do? So I tell people now, just like less is more. Don't bring props. Just bring you. That's enough.
Let me handle the rest of it.
Right. And I do a lot of like, my props are like, I have a water bottle. I'll like spray them down so it looks like they just got out of the shower or, you know, stuff like that.
Make it look sweaty.
Yeah. But I'm like, we'll do stuff like that. And that'll be like a prop, right? I'm not going to don't fucking bring a crossbow in my studio. Like, quit with the weapons. These girls bringing weapons. Like, y'all are fucking
ladies,
crazy.
Don't bring no guns. Don't bring no swords.
No.
You know, knives and shit.
There's probably people who'll do it, but it's just, it comes across like real cheesy too.
Yeah.
You know, it's not even, number one is dangerous because you don't know how to use it. And then number two, it's just, I don't know, it's just cheesy. It's not my style, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm picky. I'm really picky.
I mean, but you know what you're doing and you know what you want to do.
Mhm.
So I'm sure you already got an idea of what's going to happen and how it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
And then this fucking lady just brings a goddamn crossbow and then
That's
she's like, hey,
crazy,
can we add this to it?
No.
That's funny.
And I feel like I represent, my style is really well represented. Like, I've been doing it a long time. And so if you haven't looked through my stuff to know my style, why did you book me? Why'd you pay me all this money?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then all body shapes are welcome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've actually photographed. So I've done over 600 boudoir sessions.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
That's a lot of naked, right? And most of them have been plus size women, actually. I don't know, like, how I got on that, but I've also photographed, my oldest client was in her 70s.
Oh.
Damn.
I had grandma coming in for a boudoir, so.
Granny over there trying to get fine.
Yep. Yep. It was like more, think like a modern day glamour shot. She wasn't like nude or anything, but it was really sexy. It was cool. She looked great. She had a lot of Botox and shit. She looked great.
Oh, so she was one of them grannies.
She's like a Highland Park granny.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Yeah,
one of
she
them,
looked good.
she's one of them that is like, girl, you look like you in your 50s.
Yeah,
Are you
literally. She was.
Wow.
Yeah. She's a
trying to be
MILF.
sexy for somebody.
Grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
so you also do a podcast.
I do. I'm
Yeah.
taking a little break right now.
You're taking a little break.
I've just been so busy. Like, I'm moving, and then, like we were talking about earlier, I have a kid in school, and I didn't realize how busy that was. And then I travel a lot for work for my wedding business. I travel a lot, and so I was looking like every week and a half for the next 3 months. I'm traveling somewhere different. So I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to schedule guests coming in and out? So yeah, I'm taking like a 2-3 month break right now.
Yeah.
But I do have one. I'll get back to it probably like
And-
end of June.
And the name of your podcast is the
Give a Fuck podcast. Yeah. Cool name, right?
I love it.
Cool name. She talks a lot of shit.
So much shit. All stuff I care about though. So that was kind of the point. So the story behind that is I had a podcast like 4 years ago with a friend of mine. And her and I are so different. Like, I speak whatever, I say whatever, you know, and she's more the PC one. She's got to keep it clean. And so, am I boring you?
No. I'm sorry.
I'm just playing. So, she tells me, I don't want to cuss on our podcast. We've already put out like several episodes at this point. We have a name, we have a logo, we have music, like we're in it, right?
Right.
And she goes, I've been sharing, my coworkers are listening, my boss is listening. I'm like, tell them to fucking not listen, or stop sharing it where you're sharing it or whatever. But she's like, I don't want to cuss on it. And I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this. And I'm like,
Then you're like, oh, that shit boring.
what? I'm like, but that's how I speak.
Yeah.
Like obviously if I'm somewhere like work or school or my kid's school or whatever, like I know to filter myself. But if this is my thing, I'm going to talk like I'm talking with my friends or whatever. And I say fuck a lot. So I'm not going to not say that.
Right.
And anyway, so we started having some issues and she really only wanted to talk about real serious stuff. And I'm like, this is boring. Like I would listen to our podcast and I would get sad. I'm like, this is only about like mental health and sad shit, which that's important. But every episode, I'm like,
girl, think about what
you're
doing.
Right. I'm like, I'm
Do some
exhausted.
yoga.
I'm exhausted listening to this shit. So nobody else is going to want to. Our listens went way down. And so we just quit. Right. And then life happened, COVID happened, whatever. I always wanted to restart by myself, but I was worried there'd be some bad blood there. So I waited till it was like an appropriate amount of time, and then I just didn't tell anybody and came out.
Oh, wow.
Came out with it. Just did it on my own. And so it's kind of ironic that she was like, no cussing, and then I have the Give a Fuck podcast. So it's very me. That's what I wanted, though.
That's
it does.
What it has to be.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very much my personality. So I'm like, we talk about things I care about. So, it makes sense.
So I've heard a couple of them, and you talk a lot about, sex and just in general. I know you talked about sex with the Tales from the Fort.
I did.
And those guys were, I'm sure they weren't used to it.
So there's a reason I'm the only one that they've never posted a clip of on their page. Have y'all noticed that?
You know what? I haven't noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You know what?
He told me, he said, there's nowhere in here that I could cut down a preview that's funny, that's like a good preview, without it being totally inappropriate. I'm like, that would be my fucking episode.
You know what? I haven't seen a clip of ours either.
I don't think I haven't seen it either.
Oh. Huh. Well, he told me why.
Well, we might be on the same boat then.
Yeah.
We fucked their world up.
I mean, he was just like, the whole time, I was like shocking him. But he was asking me crazy questions, so I was giving him real answers. I'm like, he's like, well, I listened to your podcast, so I know you're cool talking about this. I'm like, then.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about it then. But he was asking me like, my like craziest or worst hookup. So I told that story. And the whole time they're just like,
well, we'll make a clip about it. What was your craziest hookup?
I'll give you the Cliff's Notes because it's kind of long. Basically, it was my birthday. It was 2020. It was my birthday.
You had
so it was COVID. Sex. I didn't even have sex with him.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
So I met this guy on an app and I was like, I swear, I know how this looks. If I was just soliciting him for sex, I'd just say that. I have no shame. But I was like, it's my birthday. I want to go do something. So I get this nice ass hotel. Him and I were kind of talking back and forth. And I was like, you know what? Why don't you come to my hotel? We'll eat dinner. My dumbass didn't even, I don't know why, but we hadn't really like talked about sex. We hadn't sexted. So that just like wasn't even on my mind.
Yeah.
But I should have known. You just invited this guy over to your hotel room. Like, obviously.
He thinks he's going to fuck.
Yeah. Right. So like I should have known. But we order food and then of course we start like making out, whatever. He like stops like at a pretty heavy moment. And he's like, I gotta go to my car. Goes to his car. I'm assuming to get a condom or something, right? He comes back with these wipes, like dude wipes, like the toilet wipe. They're like that. That's not that, but it's like that. And he's like, before I hook up with anybody, I make them wipe themselves with these so I know they're clean. And I was like, The fuck did you just say to me? Like, I'm a little offended, right? Because I'm like, my personal hygiene's really good. Fuck
You know what's
you.
crazy though? I wonder what happened to him to make him that way.
Yeah.
But also, as a woman, you think I'm just gonna wipe my most sensitive part of my body with some fucking wipe you just pulled out of your truck? I don't know what's in it. I don't know if it's scented. You know, like, I'm not trying to get some fucking infection or something.
I'm not putting my vagina on that shit.
No, like to have sex with you? No, I'm good. So we like kind of get into it about it because I'm the kind of person like I'll tell you if I don't fucking like something. And so I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And he goes, well, then we're not having sex. I'm like, okay, you know, like you fucking win. Anyway, so then I go into the bathroom. I pretend I do it. I don't. I just throw it away. And I'm like, do I even want to have sex? Like, I'm going through in my head. I even texted my girlfriend and I was like, what the fuck do I do? I have this guy in my hotel room. Anyway, so she didn't fucking text me back in time. I go back out there. He's naked, butt naked. I'm like, well, that conversation, no. But the way that I left, I was pissed. The way when I went to the bathroom. So I'm like, that's what got you hard? Me being fucking mad at you. And I go to I don't even know you. And you're coming back butt naked, laying in the bed with your dick in your hand. Maybe. I'm like, all right.
Maybe he misunderstood you or something. I don't know. Just
maybe he thought you were real excited to do it.
Trust me, he didn't think that. No,
I mean, people are stupid nowadays.
He was very stupid. So, my dumbass. So I also get undressed. We start making out. I'm at this is the part where at the other podcast, they were like, because I was sharing a lot because it's important. So, you know, that stage after you either shave or get waxed or whatever, there's a couple of days where you're like at an awkward, like prickly, not comfortable for anybody stage. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I trim. I don't shave.
Okay, no, but surely you've been with somebody that you're like, that's a little fucking scratchy right now.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, okay. So, right. So because I wasn't, look, I was in my prickly pear stage, okay? Because I wasn't planning on doing anything.
I mean, but most guys don't give a shit.
That's my point. I've never had anybody be like, never.
Most women won't.
Never.
That could be a push down there, and I guarantee you 90% of dudes are gonna be like, all right, yeah.
Some dudes are real into that too. Like,
dive into that shit.
Right. So I just wasn't planning on anything. Didn't think about it. And two, whenever it's that short, you can't go back through and like do anything about it. You'll get razor burn. So anyway, he starts going down on me. And he's also at this awkward fucking beard wannabe like length that's also prickly on his face. So it's like sandpaper. So I stop him because I'm like, this hurts. Like, this hurts. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm uncomfortable. And he goes, yeah, do you have a razor? I'm like, hold up. First of all, you're telling me to go wipe myself. And now you're asking me if I have a fucking razor. I'm like, dude, you just don't want to get laid. Like, that's what's happening right now.
That would have been...
So he stopped because I was like, this is way too painful. And then I was pissed off at him for the second time. I still decide, because I'm a dumbass, to go down on him. He finishes literally in 2 seconds. I'm a trooper. I hang in there. In 2 seconds, he finishes. And I'm like, so then I'm expecting, okay, he'll make it up to me, right? In some way. Like, you gotta save this situation. You gotta save it.
Yeah.
No. He gets up and leaves, or what?
No. He goes to sleep in my hotel bed.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, just sitting there, like, what the fuck do I do? Then I go to sleep, and then the next morning he's like, "Hey, you want to have sex?" No, I don't.
You're like,
he gets up and leaves, and we never talk to each other again.
Oh.
He also didn't make any noise when he finished at all.
What?
No warning, no noise, nothing.
None of that?
No warning. I'm like, you got to warn somebody, because how do you know where I'm okay with it? I don't care, but we hadn't had that conversation.
Right.
Obviously, he didn't care either.
He didn't fucking care. And I'm like, you're that worked up from this horrible hookup that 2 pumps go and you're already and you're not making noise. Like it was
No
fucking
noise?
weird. No
he got
noise.
his.
Right.
But that's
No
not
noise.
No. So you're just
No.
I've always warned. Oh shit! I'm about to bust.
Everybody does. Women even like that's part of it. That's kind of like a sexy thing, right?
See, when a woman does it, it's just sexy. But if I do it, I'm like,
No.
Keep it tight.
No.
See, men can't be sexy though. Men can't be like,
I have never had somebody
fuck's up with
finish
that
and it's
face?
not
my
attractive.
sexy face, bitch.
No, it's not.
Hold on, watch ready. Go.
That is not. You don't do that.
Sexy face.
No.
See,
No.
men
He
can't be
might.
sexy.
You don't know.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Can you imagine?
that's-
Hold on. Can you imagine? Oh, I'm coming.
That would be
I'm just
better than what
I'm just
happened.
staring at you.
That would be better. At least I knew it was because of me. We're making eye contact or something. It was so bad. I was like,
I don't know.
the
But
fuck?
I like you.
See that?
The eye contact would freak me out. It's just like someone's just staring at me.
Why?
Like,
I mean,
but-
like that. That's
yeah,
fucking
see what I mean?
weird.
But I'm not saying nothing. I'm like, oh.
Okay, don't look at me like that. I
See?
can't.
See what I mean?
But-
But if I do this,
Oh my god.
Ah.
Stop. I don't know. It's different. It's different when we're in separate chairs versus when you're with somebody.
all
It's
right,
different.
let me hear you. How do you do it?
How do I do what?
How do you, when you're coming? How do you sound?
You don't know how you
Don't ever. That's
sound.
fucking bullshit.
I don't know how I
Everybody knows
sound.
So hold on. Look, you
I'd
also,
probably be embarrassed.
you also got to
Uh.
understand is that I have kids, so I can't be loud.
That's true. That's true.
Daddy always got the
You
cartoons
got to be
on high.
quiet. Sometimes we're just in the restroom.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, fucking age.
So every time we have a sex conversation, you got to keep in mind that I'm with his sister.
Yeah.
So-
Yes.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Hey, Kenny, can you make a complication of people always finding out he's my brother-in-law? Everybody always has the same. What the fuck? That's why.
Okay, that makes sense.
So whenever I talk about busted,
Right.
he's just like, fuck.
I don't want to know.
At least
So
she
you
has
sure
a
you wanna
healthy
hear
sex
how-
life.
The noises in the face that I make while I'm fucking your sister.
No. But I'm just
Oh
saying,
my-
everybody has a face. No man can sound sexy or cool. You know,
I don't know, man.
That's not
I
true.
could.
That is the most attractive thing. For me, that's the most attractive thing.
Really?
Yes. Because when you're with somebody, isn't it like a satisfaction to you if you're with a woman and you make her finish?
Yeah.
Right. You're like, I did that. You know,
Well, see,
that's how I am.
Actually, I was with somebody that in the past where it's like nothing. She's just a pillow queen. You know, and
I've
just
had
like,
those too.
You're just like, can you feel me, baby? I'm just like, yeah.
I-
I'm not like, you know, and that's all their,
I've had that.
That's terrible.
and I'm just like,
I've had that.
are you enjoying
I've,
yourself?
I've actually had that a couple times.
See what I mean? It's like,
And and I'm like, what? Do I need to go?
You gotta
harder?
like
Yeah,
say
see?
something. Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, do I gotta go harder?
I'm gonna thump it on the
So
floor.
then here I go trying to fucking
awake?
destroy it.
Can you feel me, baby?
Oh, that would piss me off. But that's how I felt with this guy. I'm like, I know you're into it because it was very quick, right?
Yeah.
But I'm
I
like,
mean,
no
he might
noise.
just naturally be very quick though.
No.
Oh, hold on. Hey, guys,
It was quick.
if you guys are watching this
It's a
episode,
grown man.
drop down on the comment section and write your worst
What's the fastest you ever busted?
or the worst hookup
This
experience.
was like 2 throat pumps done.
What?
I'm telling you, it was crazy quick.
What's the fastest you ever
And there was
busted?
nothing before.
Okay. I don't want to. I don't.
No, say it. What's the fastest you ever busted?
Okay, so
We can't just
As
have
an
her
adult,
story.
as a grown man, not as like a
fuck.
teenager.
well,
Because
hold
that
on.
matters. This dude was like
No, you're
40.
right, yeah.
It matters.
Okay, I was okay. No, this was embarrassing because I was probably what 20 something.
First of all, how old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
No, I don't. Take a guess though, because people always get it wrong.
25.
No, but thank you.
29.
Oh my god, good job. My birthday's June 25th.
Okay,
No,
hmm
oh,
we're
Yeah.
36
6.
Okay.
and 37.
You forgot how.
I forget my age
6
sometimes.
and 7 years apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there was this one time.
25. I like that better. Shave 5 years off my life.
I thought you look 25. You look
Thanks.
really young. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Thank you.
But there was this one time. I'm not gonna say her name, but
Say her name.
Say her
Last name too. No. I'm kidding.
Don't be a bitch.
Address.
No, bitch.
Put her on blast. She put you on blast.
Oh.
You know what? Nah. So we're doing it. It was just 3 pumps, and that was I was just like I was just so disappointed. It was like probably 4 pumps at the most, and I'm just
Actual
like,
sex?
yeah.
Okay.
And I was just like, oh man. She goes, oh my god, don't tell me I have a minute, man. I'm like, no. It's fuck.
Are you the type of person that can like recharge?
No, yeah, fast.
Okay.
But this one, it was just, I mean, I was young and mature. I didn't know what, I was just like, oh.
That's what I mean. What
days.
about in your 30s
Yeah.
have you had that happen?
It might-
As a kid, it's so different because you're not.
As a kid, I'd bust a nut, leave it in there, and just keep on going. It'll get hard eventually.
That's true.
It'd be a little soft, but then all of a sudden, bam, that second wind kicks in, bro, and I'm going like a rabbit.
30 years. I'm gonna say yeah, it happened. No, actually, in my 30s, it's harder for me
Right.
to come. I don't know. It's harder, and it's like
That's normal.
no, it's not because
Yes,
I'm there
it
all
is.
day, and I'm just like at the end, I just get bored. I'm like,
You
oh.
jerk off a lot? Sorry. That's
No.
personal. Oh. Then I don't know. I don't know.
That's
That's normally
Maybe-
if you do that, it's like takes longer.
But I mean, that's a gift because the girl's like, "Oh my god, you're the best." I'm like, "Yeah, but you suck.
You're like, yeah, bitch,
Oh.
I'm tired.
Suck," and maybe it's them. Sometimes like a lot of
Yeah.
them are just like the same thing, or just
Yeah.
lay there, and I got to do all the work, and I'm a
Interesting.
freak. Oh, bitch, all you did was turn around. You're not.
That's
a freak.
my least favorite thing. Like if I'm talking to a guy and he's like, "Oh, I'm so freaky. I'm into this." And I'm like, "Okay, what are you into?" And he's like, "Choking." I'm like, "Okay, you and everybody else." Like name something else because that's fucking boring.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to say you're a freak, don't name something everybody else is into. I don't know
Right.
anybody who doesn't like that. So, yeah, that's my biggest. That's so annoying. People talk a lot, especially on dating apps. And like whenever you're in the dating pool, people just talk a lot. And then you
See-
show up and you're like, man, I'm disappointed so much. They could be so attractive, but then the sexual chemistry is off. And you're like, man, you are better at sexting than you are at actual sex.
God damn.
Ooh.
For real.
Does that happen to you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Like all the fucking time.
I don't do one night stands. So I've never had a one night stand ever.
no.
Never.
Psh, I
Well, wait. No, because I didn't have sex with that guy. That would have been the only one. If I had sex with that guy,
Yeah.
he would have been my only one.
I mean, he had sex with you.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna count it.
Yeah.
Well,
I would have counted it. I don't care if it only took one pump. I'm putting that notch on my belt.
we
Still
never had. No, that was my mouth.
And that mouth still counts
No, it doesn't.
for us. Yeah,
Oh,
Counts.
well, it didn't count for me. He had his mouth on me. It didn't
for
count for
you,
me.
respectfully, we get it.
That's fair.
But for us,
That's
we
fair.
notching that motherfucker in there.
I still follow him on Instagram. I don't know why. And every time I see him post, he's dating somebody now, like really seriously. I'm like, that poor fucking girl.
She's
I
like,
think
she's
every
getting 2
time,
pumps.
like, oof.
Hey, we'll make a clip of this.
have you ever
Seriously.
have you been pity and just put like a meme on there like oh that would
No.
be fun if you did.
It's not even about him finishing fast. It's the fact that, like, we had nothing but issues before that. Like, what made you so into this
Yeah.
to finish that quick? Because this is fucking terrible.
He was
It
just
was-
nervous, man.
Sometimes yeah.
He asked me if I had a fucking razor. Dude, you're lucky you're
What if he
even
wanted
down
to-
there.
What if he wanted to shave his face?
No. Trust me. He was looking right at it when he said it. He was looking right at it.
You sure do know how to pick them.
I do. I really do. Yeah. I don't have a lot of stories like that, at least.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, you have your like cum face memorized, so I don't believe.
No, I said that's what I think I look like. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Let me see you. Let's see you come right now, bro, and then we'll look at your face.
Just
while
keep
you're
the
doing
pillow right there. You're already ready to go.
it. Just-
Okay, look me in the eyes. Ready?
No, hell no, I'm not doing all that.
Come on, one night stands.
Mm-mm.
Ready? Go.
I'm not doing it.
Nah, you look me in the eyes already.
Now you know the only way to find out is cum face.
Hmm?
That's true.
See it.
That's true. It's not that. I know it's not. I don't even need to see it to know.
It's just like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like guys can't be sexy. I think guys can't be sexy.
I mean, but that's because you're a guy.
Right.
Yeah, we're
See,
not meant to
because
be sexy,
for
but-
women, that's like, I can't speak for all women. For a lot of women, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like guys are like, oh, I did that. It's like an accomplishment.
Yeah.
And for women, it's like, I did that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or it should be.
I mean,
I
you would think.
You would think.
You
Yeah.
would think.
And-
Unless you lay there the whole time, like you're
But-
saying,
but
then you're
also-
like,
But also for us guys, it's more of an achievement because it's harder for you guys to come.
Yeah.
Compared to us.
yeah.
We had to put more
I have
work
a lot of
into it.
thoughts about this.
We had to put more work
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, but if more women communicated during, they would be able to finish easier.
See,
You're right about that.
I know. I know.
Because if more women said, hey, I don't like to get plowed at 100 miles an hour.
I didn't know
Or
that.
like if during something is happening and they're like, okay, go faster, goes. First of all, y'all like to hear that. I think
do.
it's sexy because it's a way of like
We pay attention.
talking during sex that's like and it's a way too for the woman to have a more dominant role. Like I like
Right.
this, I like that, whatever. But women don't communicate enough during.
Yeah.
You know, especially with oral, to be honest, like most guys think they're really good at it and they're not. And
Yeah.
it's because I'm like, anytime that's happened to me and I'm like, you're not very good at this. But a guy has been like, oh, I'm so good at this. I can't wait to do it to you. And then they do. I'm like, all the women before me let me down because they didn't tell you.
See, I had somebody that I practiced with when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, but it wasn't in return. That's what made me mad. I'm like, what? Okay, so it's my turn. Nah, we're good. I'm like, what's going on here?
Oh, that's annoying.
I know. I was just like, oh. She goes, don't you just hate it when men just be little bitches? I'm like, oh, I'm a little bitch now because I wanted in return. Like,
I will say it is annoying as a woman that it's expected. Hear me out. How many times have you just gotten a blowjob in your life and you've never done anything for it?
Oh, a bunch of times.
Yeah, all the time.
How many
So,
times
hey,
have you
fuck load of
given
times.
head and never gotten anything back?
Hey, I gotta go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You right about
What
that.
the fuck is that about? I've never been like, you know what? I had a long day. I want some head. I don't want to do anything. I want to sit here and then I'm going to sleep. Never in my fucking life have I said that. Because that's not the standard for what now I got y'all thinking. See?
Well, you know what? No,
it's not
hold on.
normal, but like
If I was asked that, I would
Yeah, no, I've actually.
oblige.
You know what? He's right.
no,
'cause I've
and then
been
y'all
asked.
start like poking us with shit. And I know how it goes. I
You
know.
what? You're right.
I know. I know.
I offered like, hey, I offered sex or head, and then I hate when they're like, no, I'm not like that. I'm like, okay, well, hey, I just offered, and don't ask for it later, you know. So
I'm just saying.
I mean, I
Men
offered.
get blowjobs all the time, but it's not normal for women to get head and then just be like, I'm going to bed. Night. You know how many blowjobs I've given and I've never had anything in return?
Oh no.
I'm just saying. Like, especially so whenever I was pregnant, I was on pelvic rest.
Yeah.
Like my whole pregnancy because it was a high risk pregnancy, so I couldn't have any sex. I actually couldn't even have an orgasm.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I couldn't even do anything like outside of that. You think he was going without? No. I'm like, the amount of blowjobs, hand job, whatever that you got, like I have 9 months of makeup that I deserve. But no, it would never be like that.
But did you say anything though? Like, were you like,
No,
See?
because I didn't do it to get something in return. That's the thing. So I'm not gonna be like, what the fuck? You owe me 9 months worth of head. You know, like I'm not gonna.
you know, man, we
I would
would've
say-
been- I would've- I would've
Of
been like, hey,
course,
you
y'all
gotta-
keep a fucking tally in your
I'd be
notes
like, you know
app.
what? You've only given me head 2 times this year.
Yeah,
I need at least
brings out a
another
list,
4.
Like,
Mm-mm.
you see those? Yeah, but
I'm
you should have
just
said
saying.
something though. I'm pretty sure you would have been like, all right.
yeah, and then it would have ended in sex.
I mean,
Is that what-
But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes maybe I don't want to do all that because
Oh,
I
so-
don't feel like I'm a pillow princess. So it's work for me too. Sometimes maybe I just want to be lazy,
I guess,
like y'all, and get some head and then go to sleep.
Okay.
Look, see, this is why I'm a feminist. This issue right here. This is the only reason. No, I'm kidding.
Just like, other than that, nothing.
Other
else.
than that,
Yeah.
whatever.
But this right here,
This
she's
is
like,
why.
But you
girls
know what?
deserve head.
You know what though?
Mhm.
I'm with you, sister.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah. You know
Thank
what?
you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
stand with you.
Power.
Our sisters.
Thank you.
Eat your bitches out.
Please.
Yes. Without asking for something in return.
Without
Try not to ask.
Look.
try. Okay.
Try.
We're trying.
Mm,
But you're right.
y'all be
We're
fine.
open to what you're saying.
I'm with you.
I'm gonna go home, eat my
Just
girl
like
out.
every once in a while.
God damn, I knew that was gonna fire back.
Oh, sorry. Look, it could be worse.
No.
What if they didn't have a healthy sex relationship? What if she was miserable?
I don't.
What if she was out cheating on him?
Yeah, see?
I don't want to think about either way.
I'm
Good
just
night.
saying.
What's your sex face?
I just did it. You couldn't see it.
Oh,
Ah.
act it out for us.
Ooh.
You make
Charades.
Do you make any sex noises?
Actually, I try. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't try to.
I
'Cause
I can't tell you because I think I do it without knowing I do it.
Everybody has a noise.
Well, I mean, at first, I thought making noises was weird.
Oh, I hate that.
And I'll be like, oh, I'm just like, oh, maybe she doesn't want me to. Yeah, babe.
I'm sorry, but if I'm over there pumping at 100 miles an hour, something's gonna come out of me.
Yeah.
Because motherfucker put a lot of effort, and now I'm old, so every pump counts.
The only thing that's coming out is wheezing.
Yeah. I've done that too, where I'm having sex and I'm like, hold on, let me get my inhaler.
My favorite thing is like now that we're getting older and like guys I'm with or whatever are older, the leg cramp thing. Now hold on. You know the leg cramps they
Yeah.
get
Oh,
or
yeah,
that I
yeah.
get? I'm like, oh, okay. That never happened
Yeah, it happens
before.
now.
I'm like, it happens now.
Yeah.
It's like a regular thing. Hold on.
Don't fold me that way, that shit hurts.
hmm
Slow down.
I don't bend that way anymore.
I don't.
For real. I used to be a dancer. I used to be really flexible. Now I'm like, I don't move like that anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, we are getting older and shit.
Mm. Yeah, I'm old. I'm the oldest one in here.
Right?
Yeah,
You're in your 30s. You're not old.
I feel old.
You're not old. You're experienced.
You're damn right. Got a whole lot of experience.
Also, just not old.
Not, once you get 50, maybe then you're like, damn, bro. Yeah,
The older I get, old keeps like pushing back. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like I used to think 30 was old, and now I'm like, maybe like 50.
See, when you were in your teens and you saw like a 35-year-old, you're like, ugh, that motherfucker old.
No, I've always been attracted to older guys.
Oh, you had them daddy issues.
Gross. No, I don't.
Oh,
I have mommy issues.
no? Oh.
What the fuck is that?
They go hand in hand.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my mom was a drug dealer my whole life,
Oh.
and I didn't find out until I was 24.
Like hard drugs or?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
shit.
she was like doing some cartel shit.
We're not gonna see you on Netflix specials. I'm like, oh,
You
shit,
might.
I know her. You're like,
You
oh.
might me like being
Is
interviewed.
that K?
Yeah.
K.
K. I knew it was coming. I knew
I
it.
never thought K.
Is it because I'm white? Is it like the Valley Girl thing?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I just do it.
We don't have a lot of experience with white people.
What the fuck? Yes, you do.
You would be surprised.
I have more than he does.
Oh.
But not a lot, though.
I was the only white, me and my family were the only white people at the birthday party earlier. And I was like, this is cool. I really liked it. But like everybody kept like trying to speak Spanish to us because the dad is from Argentina and they were all really white, like
Oh, yeah.
complexion,
They got that
white.
German in them.
Right. And then the mom is Puerto Rican, and I think her dad is like Puerto Rican and or her mom's Mexican or something.
Mm.
Anyway, so everyone was speaking Spanish, but like half the people there looked white, like real light complected, light eyes, like all of it. And they come up to me and start speaking Spanish. I'm like,
You're
Oh,
like,
motherfucker.
no.
I'm like, I know I look like you, but I can't do that.
And you're like,
You're like, no, I'm American white.
Right. I'm like white. Sorry.
No gracias.
No greases.
I took like 6 years of Spanish and I know nothing.
I don't want
know
to say this.
anything.
I'm very ashamed of saying this, but I used to copy off an Asian girl in Spanish, and that's the reason I passed.
He's
I know.
not the most fluent in
What?
Spanish.
Yeah, because if it wasn't for her, I would have failed completely.
That's terrible. Your family doesn't speak Spanish?
No, they do, but it was just
but Spanish.
like,
Then what's wrong with you?
because I don't know how to read or write it, and I thought this is what I thought. I said if I take Spanish, the teacher is Spanish, so he's gonna cut me some slack.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I used to fucking try to talk my way out of it, and I'll be like, teach, you know, I know this already. Yo habla español. Come on, man. We got
Was
this,
it hard though? Because the Spanish you learn in school is
not the
very
same.
different, right? Like,
So the Spanish that we grew up with
mhm.
isn't proper Spanish at all.
Mm.
So whenever
Nobody
you hear,
I know speaks proper Spanish.
so whenever
though.
you hear like proper Spanish terms, it's different than what you
Yeah.
Right.
were raised with. So you're like, what the fuck?
yeah.
That's how you say that?
Yeah.
So even if I would have kept on to any of the stuff I learned, it wouldn't even be usable right now.
I mean, no, you can still use it. It's just that you would learn different terms for everything.
I
Yeah.
see.
You would learn the incorrect term for everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And then also too, there's like different forms of Spanish. So like the Argentinian Spanish
mm-hmm.
is different from the Mexican Spanish,
Right.
as well as the Puerto Rican and Dominican. You know,
Yeah.
it's all different forms of Spanish, and it all sounds similar, but then it isn't.
Yeah.
It's a melting pot of a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then even like in different parts of Mexico, every part that you go has their own lingo.
Right.
Like the people from the city, like the Mexico City,
Mhm.
sound way different than the ones from the other little
Really?
ranches. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think in Mexico there's a different Spanish. It's like language is Spanish, but that they're not what's it? Spanish. Like they have it's like they have their tribes, but it's like they speak of like the Aztec kind of, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, the Natwa and all that shit. They have their own
indigenous language.
Mm.
Mexican.
Yeah, so some
indigenous-
parts of Mexico kept their indigenous languages,
Gotcha.
which I think that's pretty fucking cool.
Which
Yeah.
we wouldn't even understand what they were saying if we were up there. So
Yeah.
I was so I'm a first generation American.
Mhm.
My parents hopped the border, had me. My mom actually hopped the border while she was pregnant with me.
Okay.
So I was lucky enough to be born here,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. But you know, like it's crazy because my mom, you know, she spoke nothing but Spanish, so I was her translator half of the time. And to translate shit from English to Spanish and then Spanish to English,
Mhm.
fucked my world up
I'm sure.
because I was like 8 years old
Yeah.
and trying to have conversations about grown shit and trying to translate the shit.
Mhm.
Like my mom, she'd be in the hospital, would be like, "Oh, tell him I have this, and this." I'm like, "How the fuck do I even say that?"
Right.
And then the doctor's like, "Oh, well, tell her to do this, and this," and I'm like, you know, how the
Yeah.
fuck? So I translated probably all fucked up.
Yeah, get somebody hurt.
Mhm.
I can relate though, because they told me like, what was it? Say this to your aunt. I know an aunt. How do you say aunt, in Spanish or English? I said Anka. Like remember
He
saying-
put an A behind everything he
I was
didn't
like,
know.
Ankas? But so it is. It's a whole other world out there with Spanish.
Mhm.
But it's good to know. I say both ways. Americans should learn Spanish, and Spanish people should learn English.
Yeah.
But it's like hard.
I mean, also, the more you know, the more it benefits you regardless.
I agree. It would have benefited me a lot, like working weddings sometimes.
Mm.
You know, I have a lot of families, like I'll be going to a wedding and a lot of the families don't speak English. So I'm trying to take like family photos and they don't understand me. I don't understand them. So I actually have, like now I employ somebody who's bilingual. Like she's from Mexico. So it's her first language.
Oh.
And anytime I have a wedding, you know, that's mostly Spanish speaking, I'm like, come with me.
Yeah.
I actually had a wedding in Mexico and it wasn't in like Cozumel. It was like in Mexico, you know, and
shit.
that's where they were from. And
It's the cartel and shit. You're like,
no, but I did almost die on this trip.
Why?
I was almost kidnapped for real. This is like a real thing. It was
Talk
fucking
about it. Can
scary.
you talk about it?
Yeah, I don't care. So I went with my friend.
What part of
who's-
Mexico do you know? Or
So yes, if you didn't ask me right now, let me look on my phone. So I flew into
Guanajuato?
Yeah, that's where I flew in. And then we had to drive like 2.5 hours out further to like this tiny, tiny little town.
Oh, those are the best.
It was amazing. Like we were greeted when we So first she tried to put us in this little motel. The door didn't shut all the way. The bride, she's from there, and her husband's family was from there also. So she's like, I got you guys a hotel. It was one twin bed for me and my second shooter. The door didn't shut. Yeah,
Not that
sorry.
kind of shooter,
No. And these two guys, like, she looks white, but she's from Mexico. Like, her family's from Mexico. And these two guys were, like, scouting, like, kept walking back and forth, pacing in front of our door. And she was like, hey, they're talking about us. Like, they're talking about robbing us. And I was like, are you for real? And at the time, I didn't, like, switch my money at the airport like I should have. And so I was like, well, what are they going to do with this? You know, they're going to have to go get it. But she's like, no, we need to leave. Like, the door doesn't, you know, like, we need to leave right now. It's a threat. So we start walking around, and she's like, let's maybe get something to eat. Like, you know, I mean, this town was like a really poor town where we were. It wasn't where the family was. I'm calling her. I'm like, can you pick us up? Can we just stay with you? Because she offered that, but I thought it would be more professional for me to stay
somewhere else.
Not with her, you know, because I try to keep like that business line there. But I'm like, no, come get me. You know, like, I'm scared.
This is sketchy.
The guys followed us everywhere we went. Like, we would go down an alley. They would follow us down the alley. And we had to keep distance from them. Like, some of the things she heard them saying, she started, like, crying. And I can't understand any of it.
She was panicking, huh?
She was fucking panicking. And she knew I didn't understand. And she still to this day won't tell me everything. But apparently they were talking about, like, doing stuff to us, like, taking us and doing things to us, like, hurting us. And so the bride finally answers, and she's like, you know, we're coming back. I'm so sorry. We're coming back. She's like, just stay where it's really populated, you know, stay around a lot of people. So we do. They come and get us, and then we go stay at her family's house. And they were so nice. They like had told them what happened. And they're like, oh, we don't want you to think like this is, you know, how we are. I'm like, I mean, I've been to Mexico a lot. I don't think that. And it could have happened here. You know, like, there's shitty people everywhere. But they greeted us with a band, like, all night until, like, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, bitch, I want to sleep. I'm tired. I was almost kidnapped today. But they gave us, like, the master bedroom, me and her. And we had, like, our own bathroom. And they cooked for us. They would not stop feeding us. And they had the band out the window.
That's the crazy thing about, like, Mexican hospitality.
Yeah.
Is they will literally give you their own room.
Yes.
And then they will feed you non-fucking stop.
Yep.
And they'll give you a big ass plate. You can finish that plate. They'll give you seconds.
Even if you're like, no, I'm not hungry. Yeah. They'll do it.
They'll be like, no, eat some more. And you're just like, fuck.
Good hospitality.
What is this is my white coming out, but it's like milk and rice.
Oh, horchata.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's horchata.
They made so much of that, and they kept giving it to me, and I was like, this is so good. I'm going to throw up, though, because I'm eating so much of it.
No mas.
Yeah. I'm like, no, please.
That is crazy, though.
It was crazy. But it was cool. Like, once we got there to the town, it was really, really cool because the whole town was, like, celebrating the wedding. So people would just kind of like stop into the house and say hi. And the band, every time they saw us, like, they felt really bad for what happened. So they kept playing music for us. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, right outside of our window where we're sleeping, it was like a greeting for us.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I want to
go to
sleep.
sleep.
Especially
it was
ranches, like, where everybody, you know.
It was really, really special. I'm like, that was one of the best trips I've ever been on, but also I almost died. So
we were like scared and shit.
Yeah, at the beginning.
So what's the difference between the white weddings and the Mexican weddings? Like,
I'm not just saying this. Mexican weddings are more fun. Like, no. Like, so I was a dancer for a long time. Not like a dancer.
You gotta.
Yeah, I know.
On that, like, what kind
no. I did like professional dancing for a long time. Like, growing up, I did like competitive dancing, stuff like that. So I like to what?
Like, you got surf type of thing.
I mean, I feel like I'm a good dancer.
No, you like the movie. You got surf like that type of dancing where you just pop locking.
No, I mean, not cheesy. That's just cheesy. Sorry, but
you hurt his feelings. That's his favorite movie.
Oh. Sorry.
He used to wear a glove.
I wasn't.
No.
He used to wear a glove with the long T-shirt.
It was.
Did you?
Yeah.
You got a picture?
Yeah,
Yeah, this bitch is
Okay. No, not that.
he felt like Omarion. He
I
even
wanna
had
see
he even had a do rag on.
No.
Yes.
I
Oh.
thought you were gonna put those.
I don't have the picture here, but I can get the picture.
I would like to see that.
No, next question. So
Anyway, so my point is I feel like I'm a relatively good dancer, so I could say this, but they just don't know how to dance. Like white people don't know how to dance. And it's embarrassing. Like I'll take a
So
video.
they're missing rhythm?
Yeah. So I'll take a video, right, of my like crowd and I'll post it on my story and I'll have all my friends be like, this is fucking embarrassing. Like my non-white friends. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Like,
and people are like, you know, they just like it's so embarrassing.
The regular routine white people dance?
Right. The hands and that's it. Like no bodies moving. But then when I'm at Mexican weddings, number one, the traditions at Mexican weddings are really fun. So it's like more for me to photograph. But then people actually know how to dance. So that's nice. I'm like, oh, you have rhythm? Okay. It's better for me in pictures to take. You know, it's more fun to be a part of. Not every wedding's like that, but for the most part.
So you went to a kid's birthday party, right?
Yeah.
Did you see them smash the kid's face into the cake?
No, they didn't.
They didn't do that?
That's tradition.
Okay, because that's
They did have 2 cakes. I wonder if one of them, because I left right after the cake cutting. I wonder if the other one was a face one.
Because that's, for whatever reason, Mexicans do that.
Interesting.
And I don't understand it either.
I don't know. This little girl would have cried. She's sensitive.
Well, then maybe that's probably why they didn't do it.
I don't think that would have gone well.
But every birthday party that we've ever gone to or that we're involved in,
that happens.
Somebody's face is getting fucked up. Unless you're like the mom or,
yeah,
you know, the dad
not
or
even.
something. But not even. Sometimes you still get got.
Ooh.
They're brutal with it too.
Mm-hmm.
My nephew smashed my face straight into the cake one day and I hit the table. Like this part hit the cake and this part hit the table.
So my daughter's like best friend in her class, his name is Liam, and he's Hispanic, and his parents are like really good friends of mine now. We've gotten to be like real cool. They had the kindergarten graduation. Yeah. So I get my kid flowers, you know, like whatever. That's normal. His fucking uncle, Liam's uncle, shows up. You know, like when you go to weddings, I don't know if there's a name for it. Okay. Remember, I'm fucking white as hell. But when you put like liquor bottles and rolls of money, you know what I'm talking about? You make like almost kind of like a cake or like some sort of something. And it's a bunch of bottles and like money and gift cards. You just give it to them like as a present. I've seen it at weddings and stuff. This 5-6-year-old's uncle shows up with one of those, but instead of liquor, it was like juices. And then like rolls of 20s everywhere and like $5 bills. And I was like, this is the most Mexican shit I've ever seen at a kindergarten graduation. Yeah, kindergarten graduation. And his parents were laughing like, God damn it, we're showing how Hispanic we are. I was like, it's funny. Everybody else brought flowers, you know, they're coming up like, and they got all their cars decorated and shit too.
Yeah.
Like,
they're like, oh, congratulations.
Congratulations, kindergarten. Literally, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Like, damn, why couldn't I be Hispanic getting money and everybody's fucking decorating their cars for me? I'm like, sorry, Ella, you got flowers.
Yeah, us Mexicans know how to party.
That's
it's
true.
It's expensive too. That shit ain't cheap.
No, it's some of my best weddings. Yeah. My most fun.
Yeah, we take all that shit serious. My daughter just had a quinceañera last year.
Oof, expensive.
Oh, fucking stupid expensive.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, you know, she was happy as hell and everything went perfect.
Yeah.
But I was wasting money until the end of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Still, you know, and it's just like, it's stressful. I'm just buying my other kids' cars and calling it a day.
Hey, you got kicked out still, right?
Huh?
You got kicked out still because you were using somebody bought in bottles, right? Glass bottles?
Oh, yeah, we couldn't bring in glass bottles.
They still gave them shit.
Yeah.
So, doing the weddings, because I've actually was a helper to one of my friends. He does wedding pictures also. How many times you said, fuck this job? Because I said it at least 3 times.
I mean, like almost every day.
Yeah, I when I was there, I said it 3 times, and I just got there. I was just like,
if I didn't make such good money doing it, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I hate to say that because most of the time I love the job, but during spring and fall, it's a nightmare. Like, it's not fun right now. And then the fall is my wedding season. So, like, I've had this crazy week where I've been mostly not even in town. And then when I am in town, I'm busy. I got a wedding tomorrow all day. And then I have one on Sunday all day. So, I mean, that's just how it is right now. Like, every weekend I'm doing all of these weddings. And I'm like, damn, I don't know. I don't know how much longer I could do this. But then I'm like, well, I make pretty good money. And I only have to work X amount of days. So I got to get over myself. Like, most people have to wake up and go to jobs every day. I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I sleep in every day.
Must be fucking nice.
Unless I got to take my kid to school or something. Yeah, I'm like, this is nice.
I gotta take my kids to school too. But I work nights, so.
Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. I'm like, I'm my own boss. Sleep till 10. It doesn't suck. That's sleeping in for me.
Yeah.
9, 10.
Nah, for me it'd be like 1, 2.
So I'm like, I need to stop complaining. But it's hard. It's like physically hard work. Like, I get usually 3 or 4 cameras strapped to me. Like, I literally have a harness with multiple cameras on me.
Yeah. Oh, you're a pro then. Like,
I've been doing it a long time.
So do you video or is just pictures?
So I have 8 employees or there's 8 of us total. So I have 7 employees and we do photo and video.
Oh, okay.
I don't actually do the video. I have somebody on my team who does. I have a couple guys who do.
what kind of camera do you use?
I'm Nikon. I use Nikon cameras, but most of my team actually uses Canon or Sony. So we're all different.
I wanted a Sony.
I actually want to upgrade to a Sony, but then I got to switch all my lenses. I got to switch everything, and I don't know that I want to do that.
So me and Pio, we want to get one. Well, I want one that does both. That does videos and the photos. Cause,
most of them do now.
But okay, so I use the Canon Mark III.
Yeah.
I'm in love with that one.
It's a great camera.
But it's only good for pictures to me. The photos are fantastic. Like,
yeah.
But which one do you recommend for us? Like,
for what use? What do you want to do it for?
Random stupid shit.
Like random filming.
I might want to record him doing the splits or.
Then why do you need a fancy ass fucking camera for that?
Because we want quality.
Use your iPhone.
What? Oh my.
I'm just playing.
No,
okay.
You broke my heart.
No. I hate when people say that to me. I don't know. I mean, I'm such a Nikon person. I would say a Nikon.
Really?
Or a Sony.
I would
probably say Sony. The colors are very
muy bueno.
Yeah.
She speaks Spanish.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't count.
The one word that everybody knows, bueno.
That doesn't count. Yeah, I would probably go Sony. I just haven't switched because I have to switch. You have to switch everything.
Lens, yeah.
And I've over 10 years worth of building my like Nikon collections. You know, of course I've like upgraded every year or whatever, or every couple of years, but
yeah.
But you have all the attachments.
I have everything, all the chargers, all the batteries, like my flashes, like everything, you know, that I need. I would have to replace everything. And I mean, my kit, like anytime I go to a wedding at any given time, things in my bag are worth like $20,000, literally.
Yeah.
So, you know, like that's a lot. That's a lot.
I already invested a lot. I ain't doing them.
Yeah, because Canon. I also like Canon a lot, but I never seen the net.
I don't like Canon.
No. Well, that's still. I guess I like it because when I first started, just picking up the camera, that was the one they gave me.
It's the easiest to learn how to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
This is like a very photographer thing for me to say, but like coloring is important to me. I don't like Canon's colors. Like I have to fix it too much when I'm editing. So I prefer like a more green tone versus like orange.
Yeah.
So I like Nikon or Sony.
Let me see. See, this one was shot by that. Then was that Canon?
Look at your phone.
Some sexy guy doing push-ups.
I'm like, this is what?
See, like.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
So. Oh wait, I don't know what. Sorry.
I saw it at first. I saw it and then it changed.
This is that one right there.
It'll change to the other one. The other one's good too.
How sharp the pictures are. That's
I
why I
know.
like this. So beautiful.
Yeah.
And some chick showing her tits. Okay. Instagram. It's crazy.
It's also algorithm based, but wild.
Tomato. Right?
I had somebody try to tell me, like, I don't know why all these thirst traps keep coming up on my TikTok. I'm like, motherfucker, because you're watching that. That is literally.
My TikTok is crazy.
That is because it's based on what you're watching and what you're liking.
It's the cancel show. Like, so we call it a cancel show TikTok. It's all ass for some reason.
For some reason.
I don't know why. It's just that's all that appears on there. And
well, we had nothing to do with that.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
It's literally okay. How the app works.
I don't know.
Algorithm.
You know.
It's crazy because I don't see a lot of ass and titties on my TikTok.
Really? Why?
Because that's normally not the kind of content I'm liking or watching all of. I'll see a little bit of it and I'm like,
on my TikTok, not the cancel show TikTok, but on my TikTok, it's all funny shit.
Yeah. See, mine's is all workout shit. So
it's food, funny, and aliens.
Okay.
I like looking into shit that I can't understand.
That's cool.
And now it's starting to pop up a bunch of scary shit.
Oh, yeah.
I got a lot of the ghost stuff on there.
Yeah, that's starting to freak me out because I work nights. So I'll be like looking at a
over your
story
shoulder
about skinwalkers.
Oh.
And I'm just like, what the fuck was that?
Bro, that had to do, was it yesterday or was it Thursday? Thursday is when I know we didn't talk. But Thursday, I swear to God, I'm cleaning where the building I'm cleaning. Bro, I literally hear stuff moving. And I just like, you know what? I just put a full blast on the music and I don't see nothing. I'm Ray Charles.
Oh my God.
I don't see nothing, but I can hear shit. Just
Have you had a ghost experience before, like a legit one? Or do you believe in ghosts?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
He does. I've had experiences, but then I'm just like, I'm the type of person that if I can't explain it, I'm just going to completely live in denial and ignore it.
Tell the one about the Ouija board.
Oh, yeah, that's when I was little. That's what freaked me out. So my brother and his friends were playing the Ouija board in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And my room was like right there. And here's the backyard. And, they did their thing, whatever. And then, later on at night, I'm over here chilling, playing. I was like 13, 12.
Yeah.
I'm over here in the PlayStation, playing Grand Theft Auto. And I hear something. I had a big ass window. I hear something on the window. And I look and I see like a handprint. And I was like, what the fuck is that? So then I hear like screeching, like if somebody like was, you know how, you ever heard a hand screech?
Oh, yeah.
As it's being dragged through the surface of glass?
Mm-hmm.
I heard that noise. And then my brother walks in. He's like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, I don't know. You tell me what the fuck that is.
Oh, my God.
So there's a door literally like right here. You see how that door is?
Mm-hmm.
And the window's right there. He opens the door and he's like, it's still there. And I'm like, there's nothing there. He's like, no, it's still there. And he walks to the window and I'm looking at the window and you just see it dragging down. And
you
I'm like,
see an actual hand?
yes. Like the print of a hand.
What does it look like?
It's just like a dark hand. Like,
oh my God.
and I was just like, okay.
And it wasn't somebody like pranking you?
Nope, because he was out there looking, and then my sister was out there like freaked out too, like what the fuck?
God.
And he's like, I don't know. He just closed the door. He's like, let's just ignore it for today. And I'm like, I went to sleep on the couch.
How do you ignore something like that?
I went to sleep on the couch. That's how.
I can't do that.
So that was my room the whole time, and then as I got older, like I said, I don't pay no mind to shit, whatever. But I would always hear a knock wherever my bed would be at. So like if my bed was facing one direction of the room, I'd hear a knock on the wall. So then I was like, you know what? Let me switch my room around. So I put it on the other side. Mm-hmm. I would still hear that same knock. And it like wherever my bed was at, that noise followed. But then I'm just like, I got to a point where like, I don't fucking care.
Oh
I'm just gonna sleep through this shit. It's gonna keep on happening.
Goes like I give up.
I give up. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to haunt him.
Yeah. Then I had that girl sneaking into my room all the time. So
I mean,
I had a girl sneak in my room.
That was haunting,
like someone you
right?
wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was like a mutual thing. She was like, she lived around the area.
Oh, okay.
And she was like one of those, like we were like 17, 18 at the time, and she was always sneaking out of her house, and she would sneak into my house.
Oh, okay. We're talking about ghosts, so I'm like, you just had like a ghost girl coming in your room? That's why I was
it
like...
would freak me out, though, because my window would randomly just open like at 3 a.m. And I'm like, what the fuck
And then it was her coming in.
And it was her, and I'm like, oh, thank God.
I would still be scared.
Me too. Get the fuck out of my room.
It'd be so random too, because she'll show up with like food or something, and I'm just like, she's like, "Hey, you awake?" I'm like, "Well, I am now. You want to smoke some weed?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh my god.
I had a wild life.
I snuck out all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like that's normal. Did you sneak out? People snuck in or something? I snuck people in too.
See,
yeah.
I was alone most of the time, so I didn't really have to like sneak out.
Oh, okay.
I was kind of just already out all the time anyway. Like, see, I would always come home. So I wasn't the type of kid that would just run off and not come back home, you know?
Yeah, I was the same way.
11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I was already walking in the door. I'm ready for bed. I still had people sneaking in.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like just out all night.
My room was like growing up, it was like the perfect sneak in or out room.
See, mine was too, because it was facing towards the backyard. And it was the only room that was facing towards the backyard, and I had a door.
Oh.
So it was like one of those things where I could just conveniently either walk out or somebody can walk in.
Right.
And then my room was further away from everybody else's room.
Yeah, that's how mine was. Mine was in the front of the house, and I had double windows that like went out to the front porch. So I could just like take the screen off, open my window, move the screen, and come in and out like real easy, or bring people in.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this until I was an adult. Like it was only a couple years ago. I was telling some story. I was like, yeah, and I snuck my boyfriend in, whatever. And my dad was like, he like looks over at me. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry. And he goes, you think I didn't know? Your dumbass forgot to put the screen back on every time. I'm like, oh, you didn't say anything? He's like, nah, I didn't say anything.
Well, see, in Mexico, we would put bars by now.
I got bars on my fucking. I'll be damned if my daughter doing that shit.
I don't blame you. The things that you do, you're like, oh God, now I have kids. They're gonna do the same shit.
I'm lucky that my kids aren't like me.
You don't know.
Anything.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was wild.
Yeah.
And you knew I was wild. You know, like, it was one of those things where it was obvious. But my kids, my daughter, she's real nerdy. Goes to school.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Aww.
I'm raising a doctor. Damn it.
Yeah.
Good.
That's what I'm aiming for. My oldest son, the one that's in college right now, he's wilding out, but he's in college. You know, that's what
he's supposed to.
I mean, he was wilding out before that, but also too, he's a boy, so it's like
it's different. Is it?
For me, it is.
For men, it is. I'm just sitting over here by myself.
Yeah, well, see, my daughter, she has these conversations because she's 16. She's like, "Why is it okay for him and not okay for me?" I'm like, "Because you're my daughter, and it's not okay." She goes, "But give me an explanation." I'm like, "You are a lady. You're supposed to hold yourself to a more respectable and more. You're supposed to hold yourself up to a higher standard than everybody else." She's like, "Why is that?" I'm like, "Because that's how you're supposed to be."
No, it's everybody else that holds us to a higher standard.
Well, I'm telling her to hold herself up to a higher standard.
We already do. We know we're better than y'all. We know this.
Anyways.
I like how all of it.
The only thing you could do that we can't do is make a baby.
Okay.
That's it.
Whatever you say.
That's it. That's it. There ain't nothing else.
Okay. That's fine. Just in general, women are smarter human beings than men.
Manuel, you got anything to you
don't think? You don't think for real?
Why? Why do you think that?
Men are so stupid.
He yelled that in.
Men are so stupid. They think, you know how like people always say like, oh, we couldn't have a woman president or we couldn't do this because women are too emotional, right? Like that's the argument. You motherfuckers are the most emotional human beings, but it's not sadness, it's anger. Like men are so emotional, but whenever you think of the word emotional, you think of like being a crybaby. And that's just not how men are. Men like act out of anger and rage and things that are way worse than being like.
I don't think we act out of anger. I think that we act out of.
I think it's more out of pride.
I think it's because
your ego.
No, it's because we hold it in. See, women get to sit there and yell,
but more men should bring it out.
Hold on, but the reason why I say that is because even me being a man, I've opened up to a woman and I got that used against me. So I'm not the only
Like
one.
what,
There's-
like how? What do you mean?
like I opened up to like things that happened in the past to be the way I am now.
Yeah.
With this, me being who, example, sharing traumas of my past.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A woman gets mad, she comes back and uses it against you, which it causes me to shut down and never ever want to share
Sure.
with nothing ever
Yeah.
with anybody. So see, that's why it's easy for women to say that men just keep it in or whatever. But no, it's because we're not allowed to. See, women get to do all that. And even though you just said, man, what did you say, stupid and all that?
I mean, I'm just
I
being
mean,
an
no, I know,
asshole.
but see, even though you say that, we built the whole world.
Because women weren't allowed to.
Even okay, you're allowed to do something now. What do you? I mean, there's what's the first
I
thing?
own a whole fucking business. I do enough.
But as you should, though. I mean,
Right. I'm just saying women were not allowed the same things men were allowed.
but you're allowed now, though.
Kenny, you were there
I
smiling.
know that, but you say
Hold on,
you
Kitty,
say
what?
hold on, because you say you built the world,
We did.
right, because we couldn't. So we're talking about the
They weren't
past.
allowed to.
We literally weren't allowed to.
Right.
We were at home making babies and that's it. We weren't even allowed to have jobs.
But okay, so I think if I remember correctly, back then it wasn't us; it was women that didn't pass that. If you look it up, and I know that because I read it, that it wasn't men that said you're not allowed.
It was the
actually
men making laws.
Actually, it was women.
I don't know about that one.
Look it up.
In Egyptian times and stuff, yeah.
Get on the
Bam,
mic,
knowledge.
Kenny. Get on the mic. You know what? Sit right here. The camera won't be on you, Kenny. You're usually the one that drops the knowledge for us.
I know. Don't.
He's gonna look it up for us.
But again, I think, but I don't believe that women, this don't bring nothing to the table. I think men and women together bring something to the table.
I think so too. I think that it's 2023. We should be equal partners, but there's not a lot of people who agree with me.
Okay, well.
Yeah, see?
No, I mean, it just depends. I said yes and no because the reason I say this is that if we're at a construction site and I'm lifting up all the heavy shit and you're just sitting in the office,
Mhm.
why would you make as much as me?
Sure.
Right?
But maybe that's not the job though. Different jobs have different pay grades.
There you go. Okay.
They should.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean all of the higher pay grades should be man jobs. Like for me, this is a good example. I make great money. I own my own business.
Mhm.
A lot of men are turned off by that. Seriously. They're like, oh, you make more money than me? Like they want to be, it's like a pride thing or an ego thing.
Well, I've actually met women that, I'm not going to say names, but I've actually spoken to people that the woman that makes more money than, a woman that makes more money than man, she doesn't look at him as a man.
But that's stupid.
Well, the
I
woman,
mean, I don't feel that way. Maybe somebody else would, but that's what I mean by being equal. Like, okay, if I'm playing the stereotypical man role as far as like putting food on the table, right? Like it's my money, then you could help out in other ways, like help out our family in other ways or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I mean by like a more equal partnership.
Okay, well, yeah, then yes, I agree on that.
Yeah.
That, but like I said, a lot of people that said equality don't mean equality. They just want,
Yeah, that's true.
and that's like you got to specify what do you really want. It's
Yeah.
money wise. And when
Yeah.
when I say that we build the world, I mean there's men out there that are building. Actually, downtown, some of the buildings in downtown Dallas, I've worked on those building with the installation, the fireproofing, and the fire safe and all that. So I was like, I did that.
Yeah.
When you ask a woman what she do, OnlyFans. So I mean, which.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, but you see the difference, though.
No. I do see the difference. No, I do see the difference. But I mean, I just think that there's also value in other jobs besides that one job.
No, yeah, of course. I definitely.
Some very badass women in the world.
They are. I mean, everybody has it. Everybody has their place, But I guess it's just some people don't think that way as you do. Some people will sit there and be like,
some people look. I think I know where you're going with this. Like, I think I get the idea because I know a lot of women who want to be handed money.
Yep.
Literally, they want to be handed it for, like, I have this friend who he was complaining to me. He's like, look, I'm on these dating apps. These women just want to be handed money and sit at home with their kids,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or they want to get on OnlyFans and be like, oh, I'm making all this fucking money sitting at home
Right.
and I'm not doing anything else. And they expect men to like pay their way through life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a problem. I agree with that. I think
See, and I told him that too when we were on our way up here. I'm
that's
like,
not normal.
the power that women have right now, and in regards to OnlyFans and all that, is because we support that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because sex sells.
Yeah, because sex
course.
sells regardless. I mean, we support that.
Yeah.
So women can make hundreds of thousands of dollars on OnlyFans and do stuff like that, and just do that only because of guys that support them.
Well, what'd you call them though? Simps. Simps.
They're lonely guys.
No, that's not true.
That's not true.
That's not
either,
true.
But it's just, you know, at the end of the day, it's
It's
just
true.
No, it's not.
I know it's rich guys and stuff like that.
I have an OnlyFans. I know my customer base. None of them are lonely men.
so. And I use the word simps for the guys for the other conversation we had.
Okay.
Because like I was telling him, I was like, look, so we had a conversation in the car about one of his friends, you know, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh, that she doesn't want a guy, you know, that isn't tall, doesn't have a beard, and I was like, okay, well, she has a preference.
Yeah.
I'm like, but was this guy bad looking? And she's like, well, she didn't say he was bad looking. I'm like, okay, well then she just has a type,
Yeah.
and you know, but apparently that type hasn't been working out for her.
Mm.
And the guy that's the opposite has been treating her great, and
And she won't give it a.
yeah, it's just, see, I'm like, okay, well, I said everything is a choice.
I agree.
I mean,
And like I told him, for every girl that likes this fucking horrible guy, this guy that's horrible, she feels that she could take a chance on this horrible
Mhm.
guy because she has so many other simps that are like supporting her if it goes wrong.
Yeah.
So she could do that.
Yeah. I think so. Like for me, it's hard because I can't speak for all women because there's a lot of women, like what I just said, who just expect like, oh, I'm hot. I'll show my tits on the internet and I'm going to make all this money and I don't have to like get out of bed. I don't have to do this. Right.
I'm not going to lie, though, if I was a woman, I'd be butt ass naked.
But it just doesn't work out that way. Like I have my business. I started an OnlyFans. I didn't even do it for money, really. I know that sounds crazy. Like, of course, it's great to have like a secondary income or whatever.
right.
But it was just a way for me to feel like sexually liberated a little bit, you know, and I don't promote it a ton. Like, I don't promote it publicly. I only promote it on my close friends. I don't have a shit ton of people on there. That's the way I like it, you know. What? Huh?
So what is
You're on my close friends.
Oh,
You never seen it on there?
Niners.
You gotta pay attention. Sorry.
Oh,
He doesn't pay attention to.
You gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention.
He's gonna pay attention now.
But it's just like a fun thing that I do. And I think a lot of people take it. I mean, you know those people that were like maybe your friends at one point or still your friends, and then their whole profile became like an ad.
yeah.
You know, that shit is annoying. Like, I never want to be like, buy this, buy that, buy this, because I mean, maybe it's because I don't need the income. Like, I have make my own money. But I don't like this. This is the canceled podcast, but I might get canceled for saying this.
No,
for
no,
That's
real.
what you gotta say.
Say
For
it.
real.
Say it.
But I think it shows, I think it makes women look weak. I think it makes women look weak that have the idea in their head that only a man can pay her way. And that doesn't mean I have an OnlyFans, so it doesn't mean somebody with an OnlyFans is like this. I think the women that are trying to only make money from men
Right.
in any way, that is a weak-minded thing. Like you said, what are you doing? You know, like,
Yeah.
it's 2023. There's so many ways to make money and women to have businesses and go out and make money. And if that's your business is OnlyFans, okay, great. Go and do that. But don't like sit at home and I need $1,500. Like,
Yeah.
what? You know what I'm saying? There's a difference.
And then bash dudes like, guys ain't shit.
Yep.
Right.
But
Like,
I need
what
those
the fuck?
$1,500.
These men are paying all your bills. Like,
Yeah.
you can't have that. You can't have both these attitudes.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
But can
So
somebody cash at me?
literally, like putting your Cash App thing in there, you know.
Who's gonna pay for my nails?
They're gonna write to us. Fuck you, Bo. I know you were talking about me. Yes, we
Yeah.
are. We are talking about
That camera.
you. No.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
I know that's like it's kind of like an anti-feminist thing for me
but
to
the
say.
thing is that
but
they showed us that though. It's not that we're making this up. They showed us that. I mean, you've seen
Yeah.
that, like, for example, now dates. Let me ask you this: who do you think should pay for the date? If I invite you on a date, should I pay or should I?
it depends.
Oh.
I think it's you assume that the man is going to pay for it. However, after a first date, in my experience, I've actually split. I've like taken turns because I think that you should. Like, I'm a really big believer in equality in a relationship or dating.
Well, see, that's changed. I mean, I say that's changed because it used to be a point in time that I wanted to get a date because I want to court you.
Sure.
I want to know you.
Yeah.
And by saying that, I'm going to pay for the date.
Yeah.
Now we're saying that, no, I want to pay my own because I don't want to owe you sex. See, we changed the mentality. See how what I mean? We change our mentality instead of being like, I don't want that from you. I want you to get to know me and let me win you over. I may not have the best looks and I may not have the greatest smile. And shit, I may not have the greatest body, but I'm going to win you over by my personality. See what I mean? Now we use like, I'm paying my own because now men are saying, well, and this is stupid. When I hear a man says, well, I mean, you got to pay this and that. It's the reason why, because women took advantage of, and I know some women, and I'm not going to call them out, but I know some women that do that. Go with men for free food.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
That's kind of the same mentality I'm talking about, though, is like, by the way, I have to correct myself because anybody who's just on OnlyFans making a true living, awesome. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
It's the women that like maybe don't have a great OnlyFans. They're not getting a lot. They're not giving a lot, but they're expecting this men to pay all their bills. Those are the kind of people I'm talking about.
Those are the ones I'm talking about.
Right. Like if you make a good, honest living selling that shit online, good for you. You're a business owner in my eyes. Like you are selling something, you know, but it's the people that are just not willing to put in the true work and be like a true sex worker. And they're just like, give me $1,500. Or like you said, pay for my nails today.
Oh, I hate that shit. To me, that's like begging. Give me 15. Who's gonna pay for my nails today?
That's what I meant by the word weak. Because it feels very
I'm gonna start
like
doing that. Need a haircut. Cash at me $25 so I cut my hair.
Damn,
What's
your haircuts
up?
are $25?
Yeah, they move.
That's cheap.
Fuck.
That's just the basic. If I get the beard and everything, it goes up to about 45.
Still kind of cheap.
Yeah.
And is it in Fort Worth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why. Dallas is higher.
No, we're not going to Dallas.
Oh?
How much is it in Dallas?
I mean, usually like 30, 35 for hair.
As you can see, I haven't cut my hair in a while.
Up to 60 for beard and
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I don't have none of that, but I just need a haircut. Just a regular haircut. But anyway.
It's inflation.
Yeah, well, it depends. At a salon is probably cheaper. At a true barber shop, it's going to be more.
Guys, what are y'all doing? But yeah, so that's what I mean, though. I mean, yeah, we went into it today, huh?
I know.
Y'all went into it. I'm over here just listening.
No, but it's true. I mean, that's true.
I
Though.
can't say anything. Like,
My bad,
so,
bro. My bad. Go for it, bro.
So I have, I guess, in my marriage,
Mm-hmm.
say a traditional marriage. I work. My wife watches the kids. You know,
Sure.
whatever. It's not because I want her at home and I don't want her fucking working. It's not the case.
Yeah.
My thing is, you know, hey, take care of the kids, do your thing. And like I told her, you know, if the kids are in school and you want to work or you want to go to school,
Yeah.
do whatever you feel like you need to do.
Yeah.
But, you know, I provide enough to where she doesn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just how
And that's how it works for y'all.
That's how it works for me.
Yeah.
But if she was to ever tell me, hey, I want to get a job, I'm like, as long as it doesn't interfere with you being a mom,
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because that's my biggest thing. So I tend to
And
work.
childcare is expensive.
Yeah.
You got a lot of
Mhm.
kids.
See, and I tend to work a lot.
100 kids over here.
Yeah, a bunch of kids. Your sister just doesn't get off me, bro.
Oh my God.
Yeah, kitty.
Walked right into that one.
Right.
Yeah. She actually, never mind. We'll keep it. We'll stop it because then I'll get in trouble for it too. I'll be
Yeah.
like, stop saying shit like that in front of my brother.
Yeah, thank you.
She's like, people see this shit, and I'm like,
Mhm.
that's what I want.
Your
them to
mom,
do.
Right.
Yeah, my mom, she be talking some shit. My
Mm.
mom is like my biggest supporter, but my biggest enemy at the same time.
Yeah.
Because she'll like it, she'll share like our pictures and stuff, and then whenever she sees us like taking pictures with like a stripper, because we'll have
Mhm.
strippers or
Sure.
whatever, she'll be like, that's not okay for you to be doing that.
Oh.
And I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, it's not okay for you to be around girls like that. It's disrespectful to your wife. I'm like, but she let me.
Right.
It's
She
like,
said it was okay.
Barely, right?
barely, but yeah, she's
Yeah.
okay with it.
I'm still an asshole. I'll say talk shit like that in front of her. So that stripper,
Oh
we're at
my
the show, and he gets
God.
mad sometimes. All right, but I think it's funny to me because I see him panic.
Yeah.
And then that's why we're here talking about me plowing your sister.
We come full circle.
Right.
Truly.
Come.
Make the face. No, I'm kidding.
It only took 2 pumps.
I was having a hard day that day. Oh, you was talking about it?
Huh?
What? Anyways, back to the story. So hey.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I hope you enjoyed your time with us today.
I did.
We're
Okay,
coming
thank you
to a
so
close.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
If
Thank
you
you
ever
for-
want to have us on your podcast, whatever.
I would love
Yeah.
to. Y'all are busy.
Just throwing that out there.
I would love to.
I'm down.
It'd be
And
fun.
we could argue about women and men.
We didn't really argue. We
actually-
argued a little bit, but then we came to an agreement.
We came to. It wasn't an argument because you would lose.
Shots fired.
No, it was just like, look, I see I see what you're talking about, but also let's not ignore. It's just because this also. We came to an agreement that we both saw. Is like, hey, you both work.
Yeah.
Something it just changes. Times are changing. We have to change that now with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So
I
we're
agree.
losing. We're losing the true gentleman, though.
I agree with that.
Like I said, we are losing that. And who's killing it?
Some men also just really suck. In my experience,
Yeah, we be dogs sometimes.
there's
Women-
both. There's people that suck in general, regardless
Because women
of
are
gender.
allowing that. If women, I mean, again, it's like
Oh.
it's because what we're allowing, we're allowing that on both sides. See, and also, men need to start. It's like checking our brother, like, yo, bro, that's not cool.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Same with girls, like, hey, that's not. You shouldn't do that, guy. He's
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm part of that. I'm part of that group of guys that's like, I didn't see nothing.
I'm on my business, like everyone else.
I ain't see shit, bro.
Mm-mm.
You did what? That's crazy.
I never heard that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, I'm never gonna live this down.
I-
Bunch of A's. Okay. I'm gonna change my name on Instagram now.
We're here with Kay.
There are worse things to be called, so I'm good with it. I'm good with
She
it.
said that. I'm like, damn, that is. Damn.
That's kind of
Yeah.
cute.
You're right. Well, I hope you enjoyed it.
I did. Y'all were fun.
Let the people know where they can catch you at, your podcast, when you post, anything you want to share with them.
Well, yeah, I'm taking a break right now, but normally I'm on Spotify. Well, I'm really anywhere you can get your podcast, Spotify, Apple, all that at Give a Fuck Podcast. That's
Give a
it.
Fuck podcast.
Give a Fuck Podcast. Don't listen to my single episodes that you're like, oh, I listened to this one, this one. I'm like, cool. My worst episodes you
You're
listen
like,
Really?
"Those are the worst
Yeah.
ones."
All right, which
Yeah.
one should people listen to then?
Anything, any of the dating ones or the nude ones or stuff like that. The more serious ones are typically me talking, and I just get weird about that. Like, I feel like I'm better with a guest. So, and we talk about more fun subjects with a guest too. Those are the ones I would say listen to.
I think we're the same way because I want to guess. He's like, nah, bro, we got this. I'm like, I feel better with the guest.
Yeah.
It's because like me and him could talk and we could conversate all day long, but I feel like having one more person
It adds something,
it
right?
adds a little pizzazz to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like my best ones are just with another person. So, any of those.
It's like having sex. It's okay to do it alone, but it's
Better
fun
with
with somebody
somebody.
else,
Yeah.
Or someone watching.
Maybe sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. We've all
To
had
each
bad
their own.
experiences.
But hey, before we go, show us your cum face once more. Show us your fuck face, bro.
Hold on.
Let's
What's
see it.
yours? Well, you don't show me yours. Show me your face.
I told you I can't recreate that.
You can. You gotta come on.
Just like close your eyes and get in that
There you
space.
go. Close your eyes.
Looks like he's taking a shit.
Taking a shit. It's because I'm usually sweaty.
Oh my god.
It's usually hot. And then, I'm probably like dripping sweat into
And
her
it's
mouth or
quick.
something.
He's got too many. What?
Huh?
What position are you in?
It changes.
I'm sorry.
And then, I can't make noise.
So that's it, guys.
I can't-
Check us out.
I can't make
next
noise
week
because, I got kids.
or every week.
So I got
Can't
to
be
pound
too
her in
loud.
silence.
Gotta be quick.
I gotta
check us
cover
out,
her
The
fucking
Cancel
mouth.
Show, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Oh, you just gonna
YouTube.
cut me
No.
off like that?
I don't want to hear this.
Anyways, give us your last. Give us a moan. Give us a moan.
Was there? Hold on.
And that's what you see, ladies.
No, lame. I was lame. If you did that to me, I'd be
She's
pissed.
gonna laugh at you.
I'd be pissed.
I bet you
I was
some
barely
juice.
any.
Want some juice?
No,
Want some drink?
no.
Was that the best?
Was that good for you?
What's the
Best you ever had.
Was that the best two
Hey,
pumps ever?
no, he ends it with like, "I'm sorry."
I'm so
No,
sorry.
I'm gonna start it with. Look, I was tired.
I had a long day.
Hey, tomorrow it's yours. Okay, I promise.
I got you tomorrow.
Tomorrow though, oh, you better be ready.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Catch us everywhere fucking podcasts are played. Support, like, share. Thank you to our 5 fans that watch us all the time.
Oh, hold on. Big shout outs to them damn Mexicans. Thank you for the shirt. You guys are awesome. Go check out their merch. That's it.
That's it. Fuck you guys. Bye.
Peace.